recording. So we're gonna continue to talk about expressing movement, okay? So you learned some vocabulary related to expressing movement and how to express movement and how to use the expressions to express the movement, okay? So every time you express movement in English, you have to use a verb. Yeah, you have to use a verb. So the verb go, or the verb drive, the verb ran, everything that has a movement. Then you're gonna use a preposition after this, okay? So in these examples here, the ball went over the goalkeeper's head and into the goal, okay? So went over,
the goalkeeper's head and into the goal.
And into the goal. Here we have, he drove out of the garage and along the street, okay? Along the street and drove out of the, okay? So when you are making a movement out of something, out of some places, you have to say, I went out of the bathroom and along the bedroom, okay?
Okay.
The last one, I ran over the bridge and across the park, okay? Ran over, por cima, yeah, I ran over, and then and across the park, pelo parque, yeah? So every time you see a verb to express movement, you have to use a preposition, okay? So a verb, a preposition, then you can use another preposition to complete the meaning, okay? Do you have any questions about this?
No.
We have come and go, okay? We use come for movement toward you. So when something it's coming for you, you use come, okay? And you use go when you have to pick up something, when the movement's gonna be away from you, okay? So, oh, sorry. So come is towards you and go is away from you. It has a distance, okay? It is not coming, it is going, okay? So they are opposites. And then we have in and out, okay? In and out plus a noun, okay? So come into the living room, okay? In, come, the verb, into the preposition, the living room, a noun, okay? So come into is to get into, entrar, and come out or go out, it's gonna be sair, okay? And every time you use into, in, out, or out of, you have to use the noun after it, okay? Okay? Any questions? It's simple. Okay, let's do the exercise. So 10A. So we're gonna circle the correct word, okay? Or a preposition or a verb. In this case, it is the preposition, okay? So the first one is the example. So I lost my cell phone signal when we went across or through a tunnel, okay? So the right is through, because when you go through something, it is something like a tunnel. It is inside, you go through, okay? Across is when you are crossing, like across the street, ok? Tipo, o túnel é fechado, você vai por dentro. Como a rua é aberta, você atravessa ela, ok? The right preposition is through, not across. Number 1, can you read?
We ran down the ocean and jumped into out of the water.
Which one do you think is the first? Ran to or ran down?
Went down. We went down the ocean. No, went.
We use down when you are getting down, ok? Quando você está descendo mesmo, sabe? Nesse caso aqui correu para o oceano, ok? Para o mar. Então we ran to, ok? Para o oceano. Não down. Down a gente usa quando a gente tipo desce escada, ok? Desce ladeira, desce montanha. We ran down the stairs, ok? We ran the stairs down. Tipo quando você desce ou quando você sobe, certo? No caso up, para quando você sobe. So, quando é para, in the sense of para, we ran to the ocean, okay? Up. And the second.
And jumped.
Into or out of the water? If you are running to the ocean,
Into.
you're gonna into the water, okay? Let's check. That is correct, okay? So we ran to the ocean and jumped into the water. Tipo, e pulou na água, ok? Dentro da água. Into. Out of se tivesse saído da água. Okay? Number 2, can you read?
If you go over past the bank, you will see the supermarket on the right. Past.
Past, okay? You cannot go over the bank, okay? If you go over, you'll go over a bridge, okay? Not over the bank. You go past, tipo, você passa, ok? Se você passa o banco, você vai ver o supermercado. You see the supermarket, the right, okay? Let's check. Correct. Number 3.
A minute.
Okay.
James walked along across the street until he came to a big house.
What do you
Along?
say? Walked along the street. You sure?
I don't know.
Check, let's check. It is correct, okay? So when you walk, you can walk across, okay? But if you say along the street until he came to a big house, it is in the meaning of andou à frente, certo? Caminhou direto, seguiu, ok? Along é a mesma coisa que seguiu. Ele seguiu a rua até que ele viu uma grande casa, ok? Number 4.
Look, we are flying on over the mountains now. Over?
Flying over, okay? If you are flying, you're gonna be flying over something, not on, okay? On is when you are on something, not flying, okay? So it is flying over. Number 5.
The dog started to run toward me, but then it suddenly stopped.
Suddenly. What do you think? Toward or to?
Toward.
Toward is the same as minha direção, okay? Toward me.
Toward. And to.
To is para. To is para, but in this case, it is better for you to use toward, okay? Run toward me. Okay.
Então, toward.
Em minha direção. The dog started to run toward me. Ele vai meio que bater em você, ok?
E to é
para. Like like in this case of the ocean. We ran to the ocean, ok? Para o oceano.
Ok.
Em português faz sentido você dizer o cachorro correu para mim. Mas faz mais sentido você falar em minha direção, ok? Number 6.
We biked over out of the bridge and into the park. We biked over the bridge.
Over the bridge, okay. And
into
the park. Is that correct? Okay. Into is entrar por dentro do parque. So we bike it over the bridge, que é em cima da ponte, né? Por cima, over the bridge, and into the park. Okay.
Então, into é por dentro. And in,
é, tipo, passando por dentro, né? Passando por dentro.
And in.
And é dentro mesmo. Certo? Se você fala come in, é tipo, entra, ok? Come in, é tipo dentro da casa. Okay? Come in the house. É dentro mesmo da casa. Aqui no parque é tipo, into the park. Por dentro, não dentro exatamente, ok? Number 7.
In the 800 meter race, the warnings run around across the track twice.
Around is around and across is crossing, ok? Eu te falo em português que não dá para traduzir usando a mesma expressão. Around é em volta, ok? Deu a volta. E across é atravessar de um lado para o outro, ok? So it is around the track twice, ok? Around. Deu a volta na pista. Around the track. Okay. Number 8.
The cat suddenly ran across through the world.
Sorry, what do you think? Ran through or across? Through, it's through a tunnel, okay? Tunnel, here. É meio que para coisas fechadas, ok? Atravessar túnel que é fechado. Across a street, a road is across.
Across.
Se eu falo em inglês, eu dou a resposta, ok? So, the cat suddenly ran across. Atravessou correndo, né? The road. Ok? Essa parte aqui é mais costume, tá? A gente vai se acostumando com que preposição usar para cada uma das situações. Tem umas que a gente já usa parecido com o português. E tem outras que a gente usa de um jeito diferente, mas na tradução do português parece que é outra preposição. Né? Às vezes ela confunde. Okay? Ela sempre vem em parzinho e tem cada situação diferente para ser utilizada. Que no português ele varia menos, certo? A gente pode confundir. Okay? This part B, you can do as a homework, okay? Do this as a homework for you to practice. Let's go back to the book, this. Now, this one. No, zoom out. Okay, look at the photos. Sorry. And in one again, and complete the sentences with the verb and the preposition. So it is these sports pictures here, okay? So the first one, it is, sorry. The first one is she's jumping over the bar. Okay, over the bar. What about number 2? His
crow
throw. Where is? Eu tava escrevendo aí. Vamos zoomando. Agora, eu que estou confundindo o throw. É o H antes, né?
É. Throw.
É through. Sorry. Through. Or. Não, o R é antes. Não, o R é depois. É assim, né?
Eu acho
Through.
que é.
Até hoje eu confundo essas palavras.
Hum.
Eu jamais julgo aluno por confundir essas palavras, porque eu tenho ódio de todas elas. Mas vamos lá. His. Mas, ó, essa. Não é. Não é, certo? É throw mesmo. É throw. Que no caso é jogar, certo? Throwing. Ok? Throwing the ball. Sorry. Eu estava falando through, que era do tunnel. Mas eu estava confundindo, não é through. É throw, certo? Throw the verb. Jogar, ok? Throw the ball.
Throw into the hoop.
Into? Okay. Into the hole. Let's see. Throw is correct, but it is not into. Let's try in. It's not in. What do you think?
Over.
Over the hoop?
Under.
It's not over. It can, not under. Maybe is
Pass.
through. O que tu disse? What did you say?
Pass.
Fast? Huh? Like that? It's
Hmm.
not fast. It's not fast. He's throwing the ball. Throwing the ball. I think it's through. I think it's through. Check. It's not through. Eu escrevi certo, não escrevi? Ó, through, it's through.
THR.
I put an E, T, no T.
Throw.
It is correct. Through a hoop. It is correct. I don't know why. Mas tá certo, tá? É through the hoop. É a mesma coisa que tunnel, certo? Porque é uma bola e você passa por dentro dela, ok? The ball through the hoop. Yeah, number 2 is basketball. It is correct. Number 3, she's. Which verb? Thing. It is.
Kick. I don't know.
No. For me, it's hit.
Hit.
Like
Hit.
hitting. She's hitting the ball. What do you think? The net.
Into.
Into? You sure? Not into. Can be over. Acima.
Yeah.
Okay? So it is over the net. Okay? Over the net. 4. She's
skiing over the mountain. Down.
over.
Oh, down.
Yes, correct. Okay. Over seria se ela estivesse passando por cima, mas ela está passando na montanha, ok? Down the mountain, down. Ela está descendo, ok? Skiing down. Five. His. De bicicleta. Do you remember? The verb.
Around his.
It is around. Around is the preposition. It is correct. But which one is a verb? Cycling.
Cycling.
Are you cycling like this? Okay, cycling. That is correct. Andando de bicicleta. He's cycling around the track. Cycling around. 6. Verse 6.
He's into.
It is a verb here. Maybe into here. Okay. Correct. Okay. Pra dentro. Ok. Into. Não dentro, mas é pra dentro. Ok. Mas qual é o verbo? Which one is a verb?
Throwing.
To throw. Throwing. Yes, okay. Every time você joga a bola, you are throwing the ball, okay? The right verb is throw. And 7. He's
running.
Running, correct? Running.
Under the line.
You sure? Under?
Over.
Under is abaixo. Okay, over. No, because he's passing. Okay, crossing. For me, it's running across the line. It's not across. For me, it's across.
Running.
It can be
along.
It is not along, because along é como se ele estivesse indo ao lado da linha, certo? Quando você atravessa a linha, it is across. Mas o livro está dizendo que não é across.
Toward, no.
Toward, ele está indo em direção. Toward, maybe. Yes, correct. Ele não atravessou ainda. He didn't cross yet. Okay, so yeah, you are correct. So he's running toward the line. Até, em direção, okay? You are correct. Good one. Good one. Eu ia errar, ó. Eu ia colocar across e eu ia ficar por isso mesmo. Okay? Any questions? Let's do the reading. So, let's read first, okay? You're gonna read first, then we're gonna discuss about the reading. Let me zoom in. Let's start by A, letter A. You can read the beginning. Why here?
Pode começar?
Yes, you can start.
Why aren't women's sport as popular as men? Send us your
Thoughts, okay? Thoughts.
I actually prefer watching women's tennis. Men usually hit the ball so hard, especially when they serve that their opponent can't return it. So it's less exciting to watch. Rick Smith.
Be careful with actually, okay? Actually.
Actually,
Letter B.
I think we should open up men's soccer to women. Then we could compare person to person, who well each player performs, and team could be made up of the best players, both men and women. That's true of most team sport actually. But in this case,
1227.
27.
Letter C.
Women's sport that are identical to men's sport. Soccer and basketball, for example, will never be as popular as men's because men are faster, stronger, and more athletic. On the other hand, sports that highlight the strength of female athletes, tennis,
Athletes.
tennis, gymnastics, ice skating are popular. But it's interesting that none of those are team sport.
Okay. Be careful with identical. Okay, identical. Letter D.
Brand, I think you are right about the difference between team and individual sport. When I watch the Olympics winter and summer, I enjoy the women's and men's individual events equally. The women probably run, swim, ski a little slower than the men, but I can't really tell, and it's just exciting.
Exciting.
228.
Okay, so individual, I think you're equally. Okay?
Equal.
Letter E.
Most people want to watch the best sport people perform at the highest level. If you compare top male and female athletes, physical difference means that women are always inferior athletes to men.
Simon. In letter F, I was about to read. Letter F.
In men's soccer, the players follow the team and act like babies. The women don't do that. I've already researched that says that women hardly over pretend to be hurt, and when they are hurt, they get up again 30 seconds first the men.
Polêmico. Letter A. Do you ever watch women's sports? Do you like watching women's sports?
Yeah.
Like volley. I like volley. I prefer women's volley than men's. I think men's are too fast at volley. I prefer women's. I don't like men in volley. I like tennis, women's. I like everything, but I prefer volley. The second, are they team sports or individual sports?
It's both.
both. I prefer team sports in general. I prefer watching volley than watching gymnastics. I prefer teams, and I prefer a lot of points and everything. So I think it's in your country, are there any women's sports that are as popular as men's? If we compare.
Depends. The football in like
In general.
in this country, it's more have more.
I think men's football, it's more popular than women's in Brazil. But it is the opposite in the United States. In the United States, women play more football or soccer, and they are more popular in the US. A lot of women play football as a professional in the US. They are encouraged to play football, and the opposite as here in Brazil. Men in the United States go to basketball or American football. Here in Brazil, I think volley, it's pretty much the same. Both are popular. Okay, I think. I watch a lot of national volley female and male teams. I like Rio, I like Minas. I watch more women's than men's, but I think they are equal. They are as popular as men's. Okay. Letter B.
Read some.
You can read. You can
read some comments people posted on a forum. Find one person who obviously prefer women's sport and only who obviously prefer men's sport.
Let me zoom out. So, what do you think? Which one is the one that prefers men's sports? Men's. Only men's.
C?
C?
C or A?
I think A is the one that it is exclusive. This person, Rich Smith, prefers men's. Yes. What about women's? Which person prefers women's?
Men's?
Which letter? Men's, women's. Which one prefer women's? I think it's letter F. What do you think? Is it F? This person, Zoe Cruz, she's judging the men to pretend to be hurt. So I think she prefers only women sports. Yeah, I think. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Let's do letter C. Let's read the comments A through F. We already did it, okay? And match them to the main point that each person is making, okay? So the main point that each person is talking about. So the first one, can you read?
Women soccer players don't complain as much as men.
Which one is this one? Which letter commented it? What do you think? Do you know the meaning of complain? Complain. Don't complain as much. Sorry?
Tá.
No, it is the same as reclamar, okay? They don't complain as much. And women that play soccer. So do you agree that it is about F? It is about Zoe, because she's talking about pretending to be hurt, okay?
Yeah.
To pretend. When you pretend something, you are kind of making a complaint about being hurt. I think it's letter F. 2.
Men's tennis matches are more boring than women's.
Which person talked about tennis?
A.
Or A? Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah.
who never enjoy watching.
Sorry, you may continue. Sorry.
People will never enjoy watching women playing team sport as much as watching men.
Which person do you think is this one?
D.
D. You sure?
E. L.
I think it's E. It's E. Because Simon is talking about that people prefer to watch sports that people perform at the highest level. And if you compare men to women, they're gonna prefer men. Okay, so I think it is that. This E. 4.
Men are always better athletes than women.
Who said that?
C.
Sorry?
C.
C? You sure?
B.
I don't know. Men are always better athletes than women. I think it's E. I think it's E. This one is not gonna be E. What do you think?
I don't know.
Let's see number 5. Okay, let's see number 5. I can be wrong. Let's see number 5.
We should let men and women play together on the same teams.
I know this one. This one is branding. I think it's letter C.
The 5.
Yeah, I think it's C.
6, I think is D.
D. Yeah. I agree. And 5 is C. Which one? We left B. No, B is 5. My bad. I think we should open up men's soccer to women. So we should let men and women play together, okay? If we open men's women to play in men's soccer, it's gonna be equal. So it's talking about playing together. So we can make sure which one plays the best, okay? So number 4 is E. I think number 3, I do think we use A, B. Yeah, I think it's C. I think. Let's check. Yeah, it's correct. So people will never enjoy watching women playing to get team sports as much as watching men. Okay, so we'll never be as popular as men's. Okay, and more athletic. So here is the key. Will never be as popular as men's. So people will never enjoy watching the women playing, such as if you compare to men. Okay? Do you agree? We can stop here. We can stop here for today. Como foi só tu, a gente para aqui. Aí tu faz a letter D, letter E, okay? Just as a review. And we can go back for the next page on Monday, okay?
Okay.
A new chapter, okay? Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much. See you Monday. Okay?
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good week.
For you too.